welcome to Growing Home Acres. It's been a fun morning so far. Sarah came out to the garden to... Sorry. Sarah came out to the garden and found a tomato plant over in our raised bed area that got decimated by a hornworm, which she found. Came over here. We knew we were having a problem with squash bugs on our zucchinis, and it's really bad today. We have sprayed. We sprayed
insecticidal super soap.
Yeah, insecticidal super soap, and they're still not doing well. Now, we have gotten a ton of zucchinis off these. I made zucchini relish yesterday. It's the first time I ever made it, and it's delicious. And I'm not even a pickle relish person. I never really liked pickle relish, but the zucchini relish is yummy. So I'll be making that again, and we'll do a video of that. But I think what we're going to do with the zucchini plants here, since we're in 6B, zone 6B, we can pull these and replant them. Because it's August. It's the beginning of August right now. I can't remember the date because I just haven't had my coffee yet. But so we'll probably be doing that.
And we will show you the zucchini relish recipe next time when we get our new crop of zucchini. Yeah. We'll show you that recipe.
I want to add something since we're kind of looking at our whole garden. Because we sell at the farmer's market, we sold cabbage early on at the farmer's market. I hate killing plants. So we took all of our cabbage in, when did we put them in the ground?
I don't know, May? Mid-May.
And put them in the ground. We have fought worms on them.
Yeah,
and fought them growing, but look at, we have heads of cabbage on them.
You can see where we had all the worms eating them. All the holes. But we didn't pull everything, even though they were getting demolished, and we are getting beautiful heads of cabbage now. Even with all the damage still, they've managed to survive. Yep, through our 90 and 100 degree temperatures, our cabbage are doing well.
Yeah. Our jalapenos and peppers are doing fantastic. We haven't had too much of a bug problem on that. That whole row is peppers. Now, because we planted them late, they're just kind of coming in. You can see the yellow spice jalapenos here are just turning yellow.
Yeah, these are the orange spice. You can see those ones. Here, hold on. There we go. One's starting to turn orange.
Which we did pull some orange ones and sold them at the farmer's market already.
Here's some...
Oh, there's a squash bug there. Look at that.
Hold on. Hold on. You can see the yellow one right there.
Yeah, we
love these peppers. Here. Love them.
Here's a yellow one.
Yeah. I got one on there.
There's one.
There's another one. Yep.
So we're going to have to spray these because I see squash bugs on peppers. Probably because they're right by the zucchini. I think you can get squash bugs on your peppers, but I think they like other plants better. As you can see, our tomato plants did not do well. We did get tomatoes off of them, but we have been fighting hornworms.
We think blight. Yep.
Everything. I planted basil to try and keep bugs away. It finally sprouted, so now we're going to have lots of basil.
And we have basil also planted in one of our other... Hold on, let me step back so you guys can see this better. Sorry, I'm trying to... We're doing a little side video because this is about squash bugs, and we will get back to them. But you can see the tomatoes and their struggle. It is real.
This one must have had a hornworm. Look at it.
Or a rabbit.
Yeah.
Because I found rabbit poop in here the other day.
I think the rabbit would decimate the whole stem, I think.
But here, aromas, even with the blight, that is the plant that really, they've been doing well. As long as we can pick them, we've got to pick these today. If we wait too long till they're fully ripe, they, something's getting them or they're rotting. You can even see, let me find a tomato. I see This is actual, where is it? That's poop from blister beetles, which is another problem we've had. Let's see. Go ahead.
Most of our tomatoes are heirloom. As much as we love some of these, and we'll probably will grow them next year, we are going to be looking at some more disease-resistant varieties. We want to stick with heirlooms, but we are going to try growing Celebrity next year, and selling that at the farmers market, which is very disease-resistant. So we're going to look at a little bit more of that, but we don't give up easy, so we're going to grow these again.
Yeah,
and hopefully by then we'll have a little more nutrients in our soil, because we think that that's really a big problem of why we're getting these diseases, because the soil just hasn't been worked in years, and you can only do so much. You know, it takes you a few years to get your soil good.
Yeah. And beans, we had, as you can see, our beans are actually doing really well. Most of these are all dry beans. I think all of them are dry beans. I did not read the package. We were in a rush. It was mid-May, early June. We were trying to get everything in the ground, and I didn't pay attention to the fact that they were all some form of a pole bean or vining bean. And so we had to get in here. The guys had to get in real quick and put the cattle panels and T-posts in, because they were starting to twine onto things they shouldn't be twining on. Now, we did have a striped blister beetle problem, right?
Yeah.
With them, you can see the damage that they can do to them right here. They turn the leaves into lace, if you will. Now, we sprayed with 3-in-1. 3-in-1? No. We sprayed with the insecticidal soap. It seems to have gotten rid of them. I don't know if it's killing them, but it's deterring them from going back to the plants, thankfully.
We use diatomaceous earth.
Diatomaceous earth, what my mom used, she got that, and we put it in like a little shaker, and we just shake it on the plant. There's my dog trying to play with us. I think she's trying to play with the baby. But diatomaceous earth was sprinkled on everything. Those have all thankfully survived as well. So most of our stuff is surviving. We were talked about pulling it, but we haven't. We kept it, and we are getting produce.
So our sweet peppers are doing really well. The first two, I believe, are green. The next two are yellow.
Red.
Now the problem, or red.
Yep.
Problem we've had with this plant and some of these is this is what happens before we even get a chance to pick it.
And if you know why, let us know. Is there something besides maybe the compost or needing more fertilizer in our...
Is it bugs? Here's another one. These are... I just got hit in the head with a blister beetle.
No, that was a... No, it
or
wasn't.
was it grasshopper?
It was a grasshopper.
But there was a blister beetle down there. Here again,
See,
look.
it didn't get to yellow.
No, it did.
Yeah, they're not getting to yellow before they're having problems.
What was that?
Yeah, but we had 2 yellow, 2 red, 2 orange, 2 green. Sorry, I'm not showing you well. But we're having to pick them before they even get to the color. Now, we did have one, right? We had one mature inside. We picked it green, and it turned yellow. But we hadn't picked it yellow, and it did turn yellow. So,
this is a big bell pepper. I think this is a yellow or an orange one.
Yep, that's a yellow one. And that one was store-bought, because we did not have... we ended up selling most of the ones we planted ourselves.
We were gonna plant.
We were really bad about that. We ended up selling all of our bok choy. Anyways, so we did have to buy a couple of the sweet peppers from the local store just to kind of fill in where we needed them.
We planted mini bell, like snacking bell peppers. They are the cutest little things. And it was a mixed variety, so you didn't know if you got yellow or red or chocolate or... And we had chocolate for a while.
We thought they were chocolate, yep.
I think these are chocolate.
Yeah, we can't tell if we're leaving them on too long or not long enough because they're kind of red, but if we leave them on longer, they do turn like a purpley brown.
But if you look at this one, it's turning yellow.
Yep.
And then the other ones, I don't think the plants have a variety of colors on them. I think it's one color per plant, but I don't know. I wanted to talk about the eggplant too. We did eggplant. We did 2 types of eggplant. We did, what is it called? Long purple. And
Early long.
Early long, which are real thin, and the more traditional bulbous ones, which I can't remember what
they're
called.
midnight something. They're like the Black Beauty or whatever it is that you can get, but they're called midnight something.
And early on, we were selling them at the farmer's market, and they were selling, and all of a sudden we got flea beetles on them. And we couldn't take them to the farmer's market because you can see by looking at them how the leaves, especially down here, got lacy, and we couldn't take them, so we left them, and we kept, spraying them. I can't remember do you remember what we sprayed them with?
We did like a difference where we were doing neem oil, and then like 4 or 5 days later we were doing BT.
Yeah.
Now neem oil's mainly for, as I understand it, like bugs, flea beetles, aphids, those type of things. BT is for more of your wormy, caterpillary problems.
Yeah. But a lot of the things that we use, and we use all OMRI approved stuff, less harsh, a lot of them kind of cross over a little bit to other things. So you do have to be careful when you're spraying that if you spray one, you may not be able to spray the next one right away because they're close. They're not exactly the same, but they're close, and you don't want to kill your plant. But what I wanted to say is we didn't give up on these plants. We planted them in our ground, and we have gotten so many eggplant from them. And I like eggplant, but I wasn't like, ooh, I love eggplant. But my husband made shakshuka was one of the things. You have to look it up. These are Mediterranean dishes. I think that's a Lebanese dish. But I think there's different regions that do it differently.
Shiva, what are you doing?
And the other night he made moussaka. It was delicious.
Another recipe, now that we've made it and we know it does well, next time we make it, we'll record it for you so you can see it. A lot of people don't know what to do with their eggplant. Exactly.
It was absolutely delicious. I took it to work last night and had the leftovers. Just delicious. It was shocking to me how much I really liked it. It's a different flavor because it has nutmeg and cinnamon in it. It was just so good. So I know this is becoming about a garden tour, but we're also telling you about our bugs and issues that we've had throughout the season so far. And I think that's important, because we were talking about squash bugs.
Yeah, so after the flea beetles, our eggplant got
blister beetles.
Striped. There's different types of blister beetles. We got striped blister beetles, and then after we got those under control, we got this black one. But I want to show you what the striped blister beetles do. They did it to the eggplant, they did it to our beans. We've gotten it under control, but they just decimate. It's almost like there was a hornworm on it, and they just decimate.
And there could have been a hornworm on there too. But if I hadn't have stepped on that one, I could have shown you what it looked like. But when the grasshopper hit me, I looked down and there was a blister beetle. I stepped on it. I'll try. I don't know that I can guarantee it, but I'll try and get a picture and then insert it into the video. We are learning how to edit our videos, so I'll see if I can do that. So you may see a blister beetle picture of what we had right here. The next thing is cabbage. We have not had good luck with cabbage.
No, the cabbage or the cauliflower?
Cauliflower. I'm sorry, cauliflower. Now, we planted these late. They're supposed to be spring and fall. We put them in the ground and it was hot out, like in April or May.
Worms decimated them. You can see the outer leaves.
Them, but we don't give up. And we didn't have anything else to plant in there, so we figured we'd just leave it for now. But Sarah's going to show you.
Yeah, I just happened to look inside one of these. Let me look and see where I found it. Oh, that one super tight, but you can see down in there. That's just a little one. One of these has a bigger one. They actually are starting to produce. Let's see,
This one.
There we go.
You can see it without even...
Now they're not great looking. Oh, and that looks like we need to spray it because it might have some type of egg or poops on it. I don't know if you can see the little black things on them.
And I don't know how good the cauliflower will taste because the plant's been in the ground forever. I don't know
So
if that
long,
matters,
yeah. But even though this is about bugs, don't give up on your garden. Even if it doesn't produce like you expected it to, like you wanted it to, don't lose faith in it.
Right.
You can get something, and something is better than nothing. Sorry, there's a truck going by.
And there were days that we wanted to give up. There were days that we felt defeated. It started out with the tomato plants. We would be out here at night with a black light, and we should still be out here at night with a black light because that's the easiest way to find your hornworms.
We'll do a little short video of that.
Do a video on that too.
And then the Nugget came. You know, he was born in November. We got home in January, but it's still because the ground wasn't worked. I wasn't able to spend as much time as I could out here because of him. I'm a new mom. I didn't want to bring him out into the world. He was a preemie. So my time was limited. And Mom works as a nurse, so I'm the primary out of the two of us, one that should be out here managing it on a daily basis. And this year I just haven't had felt like I've had as much time as I could have. But anyways.
And we put marigolds all over the place to try and help with this. And usually in my... when we lived in Illinois, in my raised garden bed, like I said, I hardly had any bugs, and I would just put them in the corners and like in the middle. Here, hasn't done anything. I have a couple of calendulas also, which I have not been maintaining, and this one's been struggling to live. It was actually eaten by bugs, which shocked me, because I thought it was bug resistant. Depends on the variety too. But it's still surviving. You're supposed to deadhead them though, and I haven't been deadheading them. So the next thing is...
Oh, watch out, puppers.
Cantaloupe.
Which is what we're working on.
Yeah.
We're going to show you the squash bugs.
We have melons on there.
Yep. We weren't sure. Again, these got planted really late. I think in June I was out here getting them in the ground. So we weren't sure if we were actually going to be able to get a harvest. It's probably not as big as it could have been, but you can see. Oh, here's a squash bug. There it is. Mom's going to step on it. But you can see right there, and it looks like maybe something was trying to eat at it, which we're getting in here. You can see though, we've got 4 different types of cantaloupe planted. You can see we're getting them though. We're getting them. We might not have as many as we would have, but we're going to have some.
Yep, and we're going to take the seeds off the leaves. Not seeds, eggs.
Eggs, which we're going to show you.
They look like seeds though.
Oh, look at that bee eating the squash bug. Guts.
Good. And I've seen quite a few bees out here today, which is wonderful. So,
careful, we don't want it to sting us.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what we're going to show you now is 2 things. One, Mom found some eggs on one of these plants, which is actually one of our squash plants. I don't remember if it's our butternut lawn keeper. I don't have the thing on me. Or if it is our spaghetti squash. But Mom and I are going to wander over here and show you those, because the eggs actually look different than the squash bug eggs that we'll show you. So the eggs actually look different. So Mom doesn't know, was saying we're not sure if it's just real early stages of the squash bug or if it's a different one. Let us know what you think. No, it's up at the top.
Yeah, I have never seen these before.
And sorry, the wind's blowing. Let's see.
The squash bug eggs usually look like...
We'll show you. So what are these? Are these baby, like early stage squash bug eggs? Or is it a different bug entirely that we have to worry about? Let us know in the comments.
So you want to look on the underleaves. They will lay them on the top also.
But let's see.
Poor bean.
Where are we? It looks like they... Oh, right there. Right there. Hold on. Right here.
Yep.
Right there. So we have...
Usually these are clustered together even more. So that's a small amount.
A lot tighter. And so here, let me grab the tape. Mom's got the beans, so.
Here again, here's more like how they normally are clustered, but it's a small amount.
So what you're gonna do, here, can you hold the camera? I know you have him, and turn it towards me.
I'm holding him like a football.
Here, hold on, let me turn the camera for
Oh,
her.
sorry.
There you go. All right, so here's what.
Hang on,
what
I
we
gotta.
do. All right, so you just put your finger on the backside so it has something to push against. We have packing tape. That's what we had, or not packing tape, painter's tape, easy access to. And you just take it, you push and peel off slowly, and you get the eggs. You don't want to rip it off, especially if it's packing tape, you could. Oh, look at, see, I just damaged the leaf.
Yeah.
You want to do it, but
But
there
look
they
how
are.
nice that came off.
Yep, and we're just going to put them in the burn pile.
Yep, we got a burn barrel.
Yep.
We're gonna put it in the burn barrel, not in our
Not in the fire pit. We don't want to give them a chance to hatch and then make their way back through the garden
And
somewhere.
I just killed some. If you do this often, you will, well, I shouldn't say if you do it often. Like right now, I actually caught a bunch of them that had just hatched. And I managed to get all of them.
Yep, just took the tape right off
Yep,
them.
the little baby squash bugs all over my tape. And I got this offline. I can't remember if I was watching a video. I think I was watching a video and they suggested this, and I thought that is a great idea, and it really is a great idea.
Yep, it's working very well.
Yeah. Because otherwise I would use my thumbnail and it damaged the leaf when I did that. Especially because they get right in the veins of the leaf, and to get those last few out is really difficult.
Yeah, you got to dig.
Yeah, and this helps it so much.
Yep, so we're going to sign off.
Let's see all that.
So we're going to sign off. Mom was only supposed to be out here with me for 20 minutes to help me when I found this. And the video actually turned out to be 22 minutes minus the sign off. So,
And the 6 other times we did the video.
and restarted it.
Yeah. And Mom hasn't had her coffee yet this morning.
And so we're going to try and get through these right away. I was going to be planning on planting carrots, potatoes, green onions today. And then I found this. So gardens always... something comes up. You plan on going out there for one thing, you end up doing something different, and really keep working on those bugs.
Yep.
Do not
And
give
don't-
up on
yeah.
your garden.
Don't give up.
Do not give up on it. Even if you don't get as big of a harvest, you might think, oh, I only got 3 small heads of cabbage, or I only got, our tomatoes didn't produce enough that we were able to can the sauce and the diced tomatoes and the barbecue sauce or the ketchup or all the things. But we're going to make some salsa.
Yep. Yeah, we actually have a lot of sauce and stuff that we canned
From last year. Yep.
We didn't grow those tomatoes. We actually got them from an auction that you can go to around here. But we still have a lot of that. So we're going to do pizza sauce
We're going to try pizza
and
sauce.
salsa.
Mom's got a great recipe. I think it's from the New York Times, I think it came from. One of the newspapers or magazines did a recipe. It is delicious, and we're going to try and can it this year.
Yeah.
We're going to try that. Mom's making salsa today. That's why she's not supposed to be out here helping me.
I think I have to work today. So if nothing else, I'll get the tomatoes cut up, stick them in a bowl, put them in the fridge, and then work on it tomorrow.
And then we've been freezing tomatoes so that we can try the barbecue sauce. Because we're not getting a lot of tomatoes all at once to do a big canning. Freeze them. Throw them in the freezer once you're at the end, and that way with the other stuff you're canning, you're not inundated with so much because you froze your tomatoes. When you have some downtime, pull them out, make that barbecue sauce you wanted, or ketchup that you wanted to try, or whatever it might be. Cook them down in your crock pot to make a sauce, and that way you can throw it in whatever you want. And our tomato sauce is simple. We don't add anything to it. Onions, garlic, salt, we add none of that. It is just tomato sauce that we can just pull off the shelf and make
Use it for anything.
Yep.
Yeah, we have stewed tomatoes or crushed tomatoes that we did. It was the crushed tomatoes that we added celery.
No, that was stewed tomatoes.
Yeah, stewed tomatoes that we added. I think green pepper and onion and some other stuff to it.
Yeah, I think it was green
But the
pepper,
sauce
onion.
is just tomatoes. Yeah, so this year we're either freezing. We so far have almost 2 bags of frozen tomatoes, plus we have one from last year. So once we get another bag or 2, we'll probably start making something out of that so we can have our freezer space back.
Yep. So thank you for watching. Thank you for our little we were kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? All over the place with what it was, even though this was for squash bugs.
It became a garden tour.
Instead of just squash bugs. But stay tuned. We'll show you a video of moussaka coming up that we love. We will show the zucchini relish when we get more zucchini. Hopefully we get more zucchini. We get those planted in the ground.
We make our own butter. I make cheddar cheese. I still haven't perfected it the way I want to. I just started a cheese cave. So I still feel like I'm in the beginning of doing that, but I will.
We're switching spots because my arm. Oh, I just stepped a plant. My arm's starting to shake. Hold on. Okay.
I will eventually do a video on that, because a lot of the videos that I watched I felt didn't tell things that I wanted to know. So I'm gonna try and explain things better in my video.
He's sleeping. He's sleeping. And we also had something. We were supposed to get a refurbished freeze dryer.
Yep, I got it
past week.
I got an email from Harvest Right.
Got a great deal.
That they had a deal going on refurbished freeze dryers, and they still had the warranty and all that.
But they could have some scratches on them.
Yeah.
A ding or something like that.
Well,
yeah, I was here when it got
delivered.
I was
at work. It got delivered here. It was demolished.
It was, yeah, the front piece that connects on was completely squashed. You could tell something very heavy had been set on top of it, and it just completely squished it. And you cannot take your Harvest Right into your home. If it gets delivered and the box is damaged and you don't check it before the delivery guy comes and decline
you
the
have
delivery.
To decline the delivery. They send you an email stating that, and it's on the box too.
It will null and void the warranty on it. So the delivery driver stayed. They guarantee like 15 minutes for the delivery driver to stay so you can look at it. And we looked at it. He sat there even on the middle of the highway because he came in a big truck, and we looked at it. We refused delivery, so now we're hoping, and it was over the weekend. Happened on Friday, so we haven't heard back from them yet.
No, they said that we should be getting another shipping tracking notice in a few days. He had said, the guy that I have a contact with there. So so we'll have videos of that coming up, of the Harvest Right, and we'll actually show you pictures. Maybe we'll start out with how the first one was damaged and show you pictures of that and how we denied delivery and all that.
Yeah, and we'll be able to let you know if we have problems with a refurbished. Everyone gets new ones usually, but this will be nice to show you guys with the refurbished one. If we like it and you save some money on it. Maybe it's too expensive normally, and you can save a handful of $100 on it by getting the refurbished one that if you've been wanting it.
Yeah, we had talked about it for quite a while, but they're expensive, And with all the money we put into our garden and cattle panels and, all that stuff adds up. And we do the farmers market, so we laid out a lot of money for, that kind of stuff. It gets expensive. But when I got that email, we talked about it and just decided to bite the bullet and go ahead and do it because it was a decent deal.
Yeah, and when you talk about money, you do what you can, right? We were able to do the cattle panels. We did not have money for drip irrigation this year, so we have been struggling with watering the garden. We have a raised bed way back over there. We have some raised beds. So figuring out how to water it with sprinklers or sprayers, or just coming out at night with buckets and watering what we can. Has been time consuming, but we just didn't have the money for a drip irrigation, and that shouldn't stop you from putting in your garden. You just do what you can as you can, and the next year do a little more. The next year do a little more. He is out. He is out. But thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching Growing Home Acres.
Yep, we will have some more videos coming up, and we hope that your gardening is doing well, and whether it's struggling or not, that you are enjoying and loving taking care of it.
And that you're living the life that you want to live, like we are.
All right. Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.